reintroducing my favourite camera. Just a second. I'm arriving into Epsom on a Tuesday because we had a bank holiday, which means it's a 4-day working week. Yes sir. Most people see the construction game as a dead-end job. I see the opportunity for a redirection and the chance to rebuild myself. I'm not here because I'm stuck. I'm here because I'm making moves towards the dream. It's time I answer why I'm doing this. I absolutely love this camera for the vibe and the flexibility, freedom of motion. However, the sacrifice is the audio quality. It's not that great, but we move. You know, it's actually very interesting how I ended up in construction. Back in 2024, my girlfriend needed to move out of her place very last minute. We couldn't find a van anywhere, but luckily a guy named Wayne moved in that very same week. I knocked on his door. He opened up and he looked like a total zombie. But we hit it off. He had the van, we had the boxes, and when we was moving, he told me about this site in Hastings. I had a stable job in a restaurant at the time, but the money on site was much better. A few days later, after a lot of thought, I thought, you know what, let's do it. So I took the leap and I started as a labourer with 0 skills. Now, 2 years later, I'm fully trained in fire safety and still here. It's absolutely crazy how not being able to find a van redirected my whole life. So as much as the job has given me, 2026 will be my final lap here. I've spent 2 years building for others, and now it's time to build something for myself. I love the UK, but I need to see the world. Rediscover who I am outside of the UK, and it's precious. This will be the year I stop working on it and start finding my true self. Because I'm not going to find myself in this dusty ass cabin. Try to sleep. Actually not bad. Got a little heater, a little office set up here. Got my kitchen area, microwave, toaster, fridge, empty fridge. My little stove, and a washing up area. However, the sink is not connected. Then I have a little table here where I keep my clothes, work clothes. Yeah, basically that's it. This is where I spend my Monday to Friday. Decent. In Epsom for another, 30 weeks, 30 more weeks of getting out of debt, getting my P's up, getting out of this bitch. Peace. Once upon a time, the gym used to be like a sacrifice. Waking up like 5 AM in the morning, taking myself to an unknown location, putting myself in a lot of pain. But now, it's actually a hobby. The thing is, any sacrifice is usually worth the bigger picture. Especially when you've got a lot to lose. Seeing the work go by week, I realised that staying exactly where I am, meaning working a 9 to 5 and not being able to travel, wouldn't be a bit of me. I'm choosing this lifestyle of living on a budget with its temporary stress to avoid permanent regret. So for me, a little dilemma, it is the midway points in my vlogs. So the whole point of the era is to establish this format, this way of vlogging that then can continue throughout my vlogging journey. Now how I've come to realise this, fiberglass in my throat, is every time I do a vlog, whether it's a daily vlog, a weekly vlog, blah blah blah, when I get to the midway point, I kind of hit a wall. When it comes to having to end things, like saying goodbye, my mind go blank, and it's something I need to work on and get sorted ASAP, because I aim to be a lot better. I'm here, you know, working on it, so, Anyway, tomorrow's a half day at work. I can't wait to get it over with, thank God for that. I've been coming onto the roof quite a lot recently. I've been setting up my GoPro, getting time lapses, and we had to remove all the extractions on here. We're actually building 2 more floors on the building, so plenty of work. And in summer, it's going to be lit. Anyway, you know, this isn't just about getting out of debt and going travelling. It's about proving I can rewrite my own story. I'm clearing the path so that when I finally leave, I'm moving forward. Why am I doing this? Simple. I want a life that belongs to me. Right now, this routine is how I pay for it.